Okay, we're gonna try to feed the 4,500, both of the 4,500 gallon tanks, but we're gonna begin with the jumbo with a bit of a different cuisine today. There's a bunch of fish we caught: mackerel, jack, ladyfish, pinfish, sheepshead, there's a Dawkinsia barb that died, and also I think it's died from old age, not from disease, and the peacock bass over there that died from not from a dangerous disease, I think. There's some I don't know what these are, some kind of perch or jack, not sure. No, it looks like a drum, I don't know. Anyhow, we're gonna try to give them to those guys. Fish hates change, as you know very well, and I don't know if they're gonna take kindly to this new kind of feed for them. I mean, they had them before, but very frequently, maybe just once or twice or 3 times a year, so they're not used to that. So we're gonna begin. I already gave them pellets, so now we're gonna give them fish. It's been 8 days since the last 8, so they should be hungry in the winter time. I feed these tanks only once a week, or even less. So we're gonna begin with this peacock bass. I don't know if anybody will take it, but we'll try. It's about good foot and a half. Took it and let go. I'm pretty sure the smaller red tail will take it. There you go, head first. Good job. Not sure if anyone will take this big sheep's head. About 14 inches, 15 inches. It's really prickly, so it can only be taken head first, same as the peacock bass. Yeah, they're dismayed at the new food. Not really wanting to take it. Dog is looking at it. It says no, thank you. I don't know what this is supposed to be. The smaller red tail is almost done swallowing the peacock bass. Maybe she'll take this as well. I'm hoping the big red tail will take it, because it's got a big enough mouth and should be comfortable taking it. He's milling around. Come on, sweetie. No, he laid his whisker on it and ran away. I mean, went the other way. The big hybrid? No, I don't want it. We'll see. Yeah, maybe the big red tail will take it eventually. I hope so. It's probably too big. Both of these fish are maybe too big for this, for the smaller red tail, but she's been eating like there's no tomorrow, trying to grow the fastest, the biggest and the fastest. Paroons are showing no interest. I mean, they're eyeing it out, but not even approaching it to see what it is. I have to take it out and cut it up in pieces and give it to some other guys. I'm just trying to rip the low-hanging fruit first. This fish that I showed you have been properly frozen for, I think, 2 months now. At about -25, -30 Celsius. You know, freezers. So all the parasites should have been killed. These are, of course, saltwater fish. That's what we catch from the Gulf of Mexico. By cast netting and by rod and reel. Yeah, the Greg's female red-tailed catfish that was donated by Greg from Clearwater. As I said in many other videos, the red tails and the tiger shovelnose red tail hybrids, when they're between 1.5 feet and 2.5 feet, or up to 3 feet, their appetite is 10 times more than it is after 3 feet. When they reach 3 feet, they stop feeding much versus their old selves. Pacu are trying to figure out if they can steal anything. The camera for a little bit and let them, if anything changes, I'm gonna turn it back on. Well, nobody wanted to take that big sheepshead, so I had to take it out. We're gonna try and give him something smaller and see if there's any appetite for anything easier to swallow. Who knows? We'll try with this Spanish mackerel, or whatever it is. I think it's Spanish, but I'm not sure. Okay, the big red tail took it. It's good news. Threw in a small pinfish. Leary I was disgusted by. Here comes Thug. Thug doesn't mind, he took it. Okay, we're gonna do one more mackerel. Okay, the big hybrid took it. I don't know if he's gonna keep it. He kinda took it in funny. I think the big red tail and the big hybrid swallowed theirs. I'm gonna try and give him a about 2-foot ladyfish. Dog decided he doesn't want it, which is strange. Right now is the winter time. The water is colder. All the fish are resting. So don't be surprised at this lazy feeding. The big paroon came over, looked at it, didn't take it. Even pacu doesn't want to take it. That's strange. Pacu always the first to try to steal anything. Well, it really looks like there's nobody else is hungry. Thug took it. One pinfish. The big red tail took mackerel. The big hybrid took a mackerel. And the smaller ARTC female took a peacock bass, which by weight is more than all the other fish together. So that's it. Unless pacu try to destroy it, then usually it entices catfish when pacu are trying to begin to destroy other fish, and juice, blood, and other smells are hitting the water, and then they fat, and then the catfish suddenly decide that their appetite is sufficient to try to take it away from the pacu. Okay, well, at least this guy took it. Sometimes even paroons are enticed when the pacu are destroying something. They take interest in that because it's not rare for the paroons to take fish from pacu. Lucy. Distichatus lusoso. You want one more? I can give you one more, but I don't know if you're gonna have it. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody wants it. Pacu got comfortable and decided to try and destroy it. Okay, the red tail took it in her mouth. Hopefully this will be the end of it, so I need to climb in there and take it out. Okay, I can try and give you something if you, loitering right around, hoping for something. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give him this jack. You want this jack? Don't give it to Thug. Yep, the red tail spat out that ladyfish. Thug took that second fish, the jack, which is good. I'm sorry, not Thug, the big hybrid, which is good. He's been sick, as you remember. He almost died from the thiaminase a year ago. He's kind of thin. Struggled a lot with my quote-unquote care. Inadequate care of him. The big hybrid, I mean, he's a rescue from Dayton, Ohio from 2016, March, so today is January 2024. That'll be 8 years in 2 months. Yep, nobody wants that ladyfish. The pacu took its head off and stopped for now. Alright, so this has been lackluster, unenthusiastic feeding in the dead of winter. No great appetite. This is pretty typical for an average winter feeding. Water is about 75 Fahrenheit.